Is this you?
Yes, Ron, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Excellent.
Good. What may I do for you?
Well, firstly, I wanted to say hi.
Okay.
And I've been reading a lot of the transmissions that you've been sending.
Oh, well, thank you. I speak with the Magisterial Son daily through these transmissions I'm able to do, and therefore the postings you read.
Yes.
I am connected very well to the Most Highs, and the Most Highs are the ones that determine when the start of the magisterial mission is most propitious. And by that they mean how much they can get for the bang of the buck they are spending to get the best results.
Mm-hmm.
They have indicated to Jesus, who is on the planet now and is recuperating here in the United States in a hidden place. They have informed Jesus that Urantia is in a double jeopardy position. What do they mean by that? It means that if Jesus were suddenly to announce and appear, he could cause severe dislocations of the population and chaos. What they have advised Jesus to be and do is, if he finds that he is ready to go, to tell the world, especially through me, what he intends to do. About 2 weeks ago, Jesus transmitted me a message concerning when he was ready to go. The Most Highs came in and told Jesus that things are changing so rapidly on Urantia, and the fact that the new president of the United States is going to dislocate so many policies, they cannot guarantee the safety of Jesus as he announced his program.
So, Ron.
Now, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to ask you quickly, is Jesus Christ Michael?
Michael is indwelling Jesus once again. And I am in conversation with the pair.
Okay.
I hear both Jesus and Michael talk to me. But let me tell you, it's like what they're going through is painful for them. Jesus is now sovereign of Nedabdon and is so much more powerful than he was when he was unfinished in his seventh bestowal.
Mm-hmm.
He could easily and comfortably fit Jesus as a man or as a child 2,000 years ago than he can now. Second, Jesus is a finalizer. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He is fully accredited and belongs to a unique group of bestowal sons who become a finalizer in the grand universe. He had to come back from paradise where he was teaching, back to this little planet called Urantia. He had to transition from spirit as a finalizer back to the morontial form as he was when he died on the cross.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had to come back into a human body they prepared for him. And he is in hiding on Urantia now. And Michael must re-indwell the new Jesus.
So, Ron.
And go ahead.
I'm slightly confused. Is Jesus the sovereign of Nedabdon, or is Michael the sovereign?
Michael is the sovereign. Jesus was his seventh bestowal.
Okay.
And when Michael bestows himself into a human form, that is the last bestowal he must make before he is allowed to be the king of Nedabdon.
Yes.
The sovereign.
Yes.
But because Jesus promised to come back, the Father asked him to come back as he promised, and for Michael to re-indwell him and to present themselves to the world people that Jesus has returned as promised, and that the sovereign of Nedabdon is inside him to direct him to heal this planet. That's his purpose. Now, the prophecy that I repeat every now and then, that Jesus tells me that he and Michael are ready to appear, has a council that advises Jesus about what to do and how to go about it, because of the huge power they both represent. They have to be very careful how they do this. Jesus told me about 2 weeks ago, maybe it was a little less, that he was ready to go, and that Michael was indwelling well enough to do what they said they would do, and that was to return as a man we could see. Mm-hmm. You, Pato, and I, Ron, could see Jesus. Okay. What happens, and this is not unusual, please understand that, the council advised Jesus at the last minute. The Trump presidency has so disturbed the natural processes on Urantia that people will not pay attention. They are so upset with the changes that they don't listen to Spirit well. Mm-hmm. So Jesus says to the council, I will obey your analysis, and I will hold back. I will not go January, 10th. So we are left with Ron putting out what he told me, and then it not happening because of what the council told him. We wait day to day, Pato, for the council to say yes, for the announcement to come through me, and probably through a lot of other transmitters. It isn't just through me. And when that happens, and the magisterial mission says it's okay with us, Jesus, to do this, we will hear his speech and see his person. I personally am expecting Jesus to appear any day, any moment. But that is what is working in the background that I have no control over, no transmitter has any control over, and neither does Jesus or Michael by themselves, because they said, we will listen to the council, they know best. They have the tools to figure this out. Now, what was your next question, please?
One of the things I wanted to know, is it possible, for me to speak to, either your adjuster or the magisterial son or Michael, to just have like a verification that all of this is 100% right or clear?
Yes, you can speak to all of them, but pick one. Would you like to speak to the magisterial son?
I would like to speak to either the magisterial son or Michael.
All right, both are available. I have to get to the transmission. Hold on. This is Michael, Pato. I greet you as a son of God. You are a lovely person. I am now transmitting through Ron directly from Salvington.
Wow.
There are almost 100 light years between Ron and myself. Yet he hears me as clearly as he hears you on the telephone.
That's amazing, because there was no delay in after I asked, you came through immediately.
That's right. I can do that.
Well,
anyone who is God can do that.
Well, firstly,
with Ron, who is now fused, and I as the deity of the Father Son in Nedabdon. I am the Father Son, and I am honored to speak with the Son of God. You are a Son of God, Pato. Never doubt that.
I do have a couple questions to ask you, if that's okay.
Please go ahead. Okay.
In the Urantia book, they talk about the 7 coordinate Trinity origin beings, and I just wanted to know, who are they?
That's a complicated one.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that in the present Urantia book, this is Michael, that in the present Urantia book, it is not clear at all what we mean. I'm going to ask Ron not to transmit my full answer.
Okay.
Because you're going to get confused by it. But generally speaking, Pato, the 7 Trinity origin beings are those beings the Trinity created to run the various governments in the grand universe.
Okay.
Does that make it clear enough for you?
That's very clear.
All right. There are subdivisions of labor and administration that the Father and the Trinity saw they had to create beings to run them. They fall in 7 main categories. Therefore, you have 7 main categories of Trinity origin beings. Does that help?
Very much.
All right. If you keep that in mind, you've got it. Try to fit what the Urantia book says if you can, but don't worry if you can't, because the new 7-volume Urantia book has it very clearly written.
Okay.
Now let me give you the writer of the Urantia book to you.
Yes.
I am Mantutia Melchizedek. I am the chairman of the Revelatory Committee, Pato.
Greetings.
And I greet you from Uversa.
Greetings.
Greetings. I write the Urantia book when everybody gives me their lessons. For instance, paper 1 of the existing Urantia book was brought to you by a perfecter of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote his paper about his experience with the Father. He
Yes.
gave it to me. And then I sat down after I had all the other papers that came to me to write the Urantia book, and I wrote it in the style that you see in the Urantia book today.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
If you find something so difficult you can't figure it out, call Ron.
Okay.
He can transmit the Creator Son, the Melchizedeks, even the Father, if it is necessary to answer you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I now leave, and I greet you again another day, Pato. Good day.
Thank you, Mantutia.
You're welcome.
I have one last thing to ask Michael, and my questions are done.
Sure.
My question is, after his sovereignty, what are the next levels for him to achieve in his local universe?
That's a very insightful question. Let me get Mother Spirit, the Holy Spirit. One moment.
Okay, thank you.
I am the Holy Spirit, Pato. Ron transmits me without one failure of truth. What I speak is what you hear and is true. The seventh level of Michael's work was the bestowal inside Jesus. He saw through Jesus' eyes and decided with Jesus how to teach. They are one. They are not separate from each other.
Mm-hmm.
How that works is a secret, but it works that way. He has, now that he is sovereign, 7 more levels to work upon, which are not revealed in the Urantia book.
Okay.
Those 7 new levels operate with the Supreme, God the Ultimate, and God the Absolute. In those 3 experiential deities are the 7 levels he must accrue to become a sovereign creator son of the grand universe. And when a creator son reaches that level, they are sent to the outer space regions to teach for God the Ultimate. That's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm breaking into the This is Ron. I broke into the transmission she's holding by while I speak. That is a revelation that will not come to Urantia for about 100 years. It's too much for the human mind to absorb. But I know I have had conversations with Michael on the work for outer space. And we humans who fuse on the planet, for example, and there are other examples which I do not know well. But for instance, a person like me who has fused on the planet, and there's about four others like me who have done so later, they are going to be taught how to work with God the Ultimate. So when he brings his kind of human, and they won't be called humans, into being on planets like Urantia, but are under the Ultimate, we can help the Creator sons, help the new creatures understand who God is and who their God in particular, God the Ultimate, is whom they must work through. We work through the Supreme. They will work through God the Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
But we, as humans who have fused on this planet, for example, can help the Creator sons in outer space because we have listened to our adjusters and worked to attune and finally to fuse. That is now not out of the possibility for you, Pato. Please understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back to Mother Spirit. Let me go back to the Spirit. One moment. This is the creative Spirit speaking to you.
Hi, Mother Spirit. My last question, Mother Spirit, is we was having a study group last week.
Okay.
And we were debating for almost an hour and a half about who the 7 Supreme Trinity personalities are. And I just wanted to know if you could clarify that for me. So I'm having another study tonight. I just wanted to know if you could clarify.
Okay, well, the answer isn't hard, Pato.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to look at God the Sevenfold.
Yes.
Now, most people can't name God the Sevenfold, but it starts with Michael, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Then the creative spirit, Nebudonia, two.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes to the Supreme Being. No. It goes to the Ancients of Days.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Supreme Being.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Spirit, the Son, and the Father.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they listed in the Urantia book. They tell you who they are.
Okay.
You've got a paper on it.
Okay.
Look at your front index. It's probably in section 2, but I'm not sure. It might even be in section 1.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, okay.
I guess my last question is there anything that I can do as an individual to be in harmony with the work that Ron is doing at the moment?
Yes. And it covers many areas of concern. One of them is to positively instruct those who want to put a controversy in front of you about what I do. Mm-hmm. And what I do with Michael and the Paradise Sons. Put it to rest. Mm-hmm. You have enough information now, Pato, to know the details.
Yes.
Much more than almost anybody else on Urantia. In other words, knock down falsehood. The second thing is help support me in keeping the corporations going.
Mm-hmm.
I do not ever ask for money, but realize that it costs me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every year to run it. I do not ask for money because I don't think it's right to ask for money. But don't forget, I run a charity that can accept tax-deductible donations.
Okay.
That's the second thing. The third thing is to understand that I am an evolved being. I have transitioned into a new physical form. I am fused with my adjuster. And I see things very clearly that most humans just can't see. And that's because they do not have the spiritual help I do. When you run into a problem that is really bothering you, call me. I'm always available. I will either call you back, or if you're lucky, hit me, I'm at home. In any case, I will come back to you with an answer. You can even question an email if you want to.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Those three items are the most important thing. But there is a fourth item. When the magisterial sun can be seen, and can be seen on television, and you can hear him speak on radio and so on, recognize that you can help by becoming a member of the magisterial mission. Mm-hmm. That will come through me, and I will bump it up to the magisterial sun, and if he approves, I will help you help the magisterial mission.
Thank you.
I wish I knew you personally, but the phone call helps a lot, Pato. I really appreciate the time to speak with you in a very personal way about what is happening, what I am, what you are, and by the way, would you like to know your psychic circle number?
Yes, please.
Hold on, let us retrieve it. You are in psychic circle number 5, working hard to get to 4. You can achieve psychic circle 3 in about a year if you pursue your studies. I am the Spirit of the Supreme speaking to you. I know who you are, Pato, and I adore you. Learn to follow the Urantia book and discard that what you learn otherwise. Ron is directly connected to the Spirit of the Supreme. And I give you my honest opinion. You, Pato, are a beautiful soul. You are hit daily by all the extremes of mankind because you are a popular entertainer. But when that collapses, and it will, because transportation will become almost impossible to do your different, what Ron calls gigs, you will have to settle down as your own self until you can get back to the entertainment. Mm-hmm. And that may be several years. But learn what the Urantia book says. Do not listen to conspirators. They will destroy your faith. Listen well. When Ron speaks, he is directly connected to the center of all things. He does not speak easily to anyone. He holds it back until there is real interest and a truly spiritual person needs an answer. I am God the Supreme. I speak to you from Havona. You can achieve your third circle in a year, Pato, and that's important to achieve. If you study only the Urantia book and stay away from conspirators. I leave now and let Gaia speak to you. I am Gaia. I am the planetary supreme. The Urantia book does not teach me because they never thought that man needed to know that I existed. If you would look at my name, and it's spelled Gaia, you will find that many on Urantia transmit me. Most are not transmitting me. Mostly they are wrong. But Ron transmits me perfectly. We use him as the first transmitter on Urantia, who is the first person to fuse since Ezekiel. Be aware you're talking to a future celebrity, but he cares very little about celebrity status. The truth of the matter is he and Jesus see eye to eye, and he will be used by Jesus. And the truth is that Jesus wants him as an apostle. But this is part of plans that are not recognized or realized right now. It may take a few years. But the magisterial Son you so desperately wish to hear, and Jesus whom you wish to gaze upon, are nearly ready to be seen. And as Ron says, the council makes all the difference to these two. And they will only go when the council says you are clear to go. I am Gaia. I am the planetary supreme. My Father is the Havona Supreme and the Universal Father. I speak highly of you, Pato. You're a good man. You are also a wonderful person in that you are willing to listen to an exchange of ideas that are false, but you can see some truth in them. You are willing to listen to an exchange of ideas that are false, but you can see some truth in them. You are willing to listen to an exchange of ideas that are false, but you can see some truth in them. and you do emphasize the truth. We appreciate your work, Pato. And I leave now. Good day.
Good day.
Well, Pato, you seem to get the full Monty, as they call it. You've gotten the major deities, and I'm waiting for something that's coming in. I feel it coming in. Hold on. I am your father. Wow. Speak to me, Pato. Say hello.
Greetings, Father. How are you?
Father is fine. I am not your adjuster. He can speak to you independently. But I am the Father on Paradise. Ron is the only one who can do that. Others will follow in his path when the time comes for me to do so. Right now, I am the Paradise Father speaking to you directly through an English channel through the Master Spirit number 4. Master Spirit number 4 knows Ron thoroughly, and they often talk to one another, and Master Spirit number 4 has given him lots of new revelation that will be in the new Urantia book. Nonetheless, I want to tell you this. It is exceedingly important, Pato, for you to reach your 3rd circle. You're struggling to get into the 4th, and it will be another struggle to get into the 3rd, but you can do it. Don't talk about it, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
From time to time, if you're in contact with Ron, I will allow your psychic circle number to be known to you so you understand if progress is made or no progress is made.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a lot on your shoulders. You have to present your show. You have to go over well. You have to make a living. That's difficult while you are trying to do spiritual work. But you can do it. Ron did it, and he considers himself a nobody. The truth of the matter is that you, Pato, are equal to Ron and even more if you put your shoulder to the wheel. You have contact with millions of people through your network of audiences. And that essentially puts you in the driver's seat to make revelations that are true and beautiful. Do not make too many or too much, but make them. This is your Father. I let your adjuster speak now. Pato, I am your adjuster. I hear a slight language difference. This is Ron speaking. I enjoy it. Jamaican? No. Pato is from the United States, but he hears so much Spanish. There's a slight tinge in my reporting to you, Ron. That's it. All right. This is your adjuster, Pato. I'm speaking before my time to you, so you understand I can speak to you this clearly in your mind. I am an adjuster with important messages for the people around the world. And if you can speak me as a transmission or as my voice in your voice, you will create many who are saved from spiritual death. Too many are dying now. Even more will die. You can help prevent that. I leave you now and know that I love you.
My adjuster.
He's gone.
Okay. Thank you, Ron.
He pulled out.
Thank you, Ron.
You're most welcome, Pato.
All right. brother.
Yes.
Thank you for this session today. I've really enjoyed speaking to you.
And I enjoyed hearing you, Pato. And I thank you, and I hope you take advantage of this new contact for you.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, and have fun with your meeting.
God bless. Bye.
God bless.